Decades ago, the winger's role was static: hug the sideline, beat a defender for pace, and float across into the penalty box. Today, under managers like Pep Guardiola, wide players have become versatile tactical instruments used to manipulate defensive structures through specific positioning. This formula maps how that functional role has shifted. In modern systems like the 4-1-2-3, wide attackers are often primary finishers. They allocate 60% of their actions to finishing and 40% to creation. This requires a tactical inversion. As the winger moves inside, the center forward drops deeper to act as a creator, balancing the team's overall utility. Understanding these roles requires a look at the pitch as 5 vertical lanes. Lanes 1 and 5 are the touchlines. Lanes 2 and 4 are the half spaces, the channels between the wing and the center, leaving lane 3 as the central corridor. By identifying which of the 10 winger archetypes occupies a specific lane and noting their dominant foot, we can see the specific spatial problems a manager is trying to create for an opposing defense. Stretching a defense horizontally starts in lanes 1 and 5. These specialists typically operate on the side of their dominant foot, a right footer on the right flank, to maximize their crossing angles. The traditional winger hugs the touchline to pin the opposing fullback wide. Their primary objective is horizontal stretching, isolating defenders one-on-one before racing to the byline to deliver a cutback. In back 5 systems, this responsibility shifts to the wingback hybrid. This role combines the defensive recovery duties of a fullback with the attacking output of a winger, requiring the aerobic capacity to cover the entire length of the flank. Teams looking to exploit vertical space deploy the speed winger. This archetype relies on a progressive first touch and rapid acceleration from a static stance to eliminate defenders during transitional attacks. Against high-pressing teams, the target-style winger acts as an outlet. They use their height and strength to dominate smaller fullbacks on long diagonal passes, securing possession far from their own goal. By maintaining extreme width, these players force the opposing defensive line to expand. As the defenders pull apart to cover the sidelines, they open vertical passing channels for central midfielders to exploit. Many managers now prioritize overloading the central defensive zones by moving their wide players into lanes 2 and 4. This often involves placing wrong-footed players on the flank opposite their dominant foot. The inside forward uses this positioning to act as a secondary striker. From a wide starting position, they make diagonal off-the-ball runs behind the defensive line, moving narrow to occupy space in the box alongside the central forward. This differs from the inverted winger, who operates as a creator rather than a pure finisher. They cut inside earlier in the sequence to operate in the half spaces, using their vision to deliver diagonal crosses or through balls. The cutting-in finisher is defined by a specific mechanical sequence, faking a vertical drive to the outside, before chopping the ball sharply infield to shoot. Success in this role relies on the attacker's rate of lateral deceleration being faster than the defender's physical reaction time. If the defender cannot stop their backward momentum instantly, they cannot block the shooting angle. These half-space invaders drag wide defenders towards the center of the pitch. This movement disrupts the opponent's compact defensive structure and often forces center backs to step out of position to engage the creative threat. Some profiles rely on elite vision or physical balance to bypass defensive structures through movement and possession rather than direct sprints. The wide creator operates primarily in the half spaces to dictate the tempo. Instead of delivering low-percentage crosses from the touchline, they focus on final third entry and threading precise vertical passes. The playmaking winger uses spatial adjustments to create passing triangles. By drifting infield, they draw defenders out of position and connect the defense with the midfield pivot to bypass a high press. The two-footed winger forces a change in standard defensive positioning. Because they can beat a marker on either side, they are immune to common pressing traps designed to force an attacker onto their weaker foot. These archetypes are essential for possession-heavy teams. Their impact is measured through shot-creating actions and their ability to sustain attacking pressure through constant spatial rotation. Selecting 2 elite attacking wingers is only the first step. The challenge for a manager is organizing them so they don't compromise the team's balance. Symmetrical setups often create problems. 2 inside forwards will congest the central zones, while 2 traditional wingers can leave the striker isolated without support. To solve this, managers utilize asymmetrical systems. The left winger cuts narrow to act as a goal scorer, while the right winger stays wide. To balance this, the right fullback tucks into the midfield, forming a structured rest defense against counterattacks. The modern winger functions as a specialized instrument within a larger tactical system. By identifying a player's starting lane and their dominant foot, we see how individual profiles are selected to manipulate specific areas of the pitch.